Welcome to Brainstorm MTG. I'm ELD, and this is Fast Effect Double Speed Magic the Gathering. This is the final match of Legacy in a dual land tournament over at Scholars Games. We will continue our Wednesday night Legacy series up until the store closes on October 5th. There will be a original Ravnica draft on that final Friday night. If you are in the area, there are, I believe, still a couple of spots available in that. It is an 8-man event. Arnie here on Blue Red Delver, we've seen him on camera a bit, as well as Rodney. Both of their paths have met here in the finals. And Rodney starting out with an unorthodox play that he makes quite often, which is draw to 7, discard Gristlebrand. Arnie has pondered, made a couple of land drops. He is chain lightning down Rodney's life total a little bit, and it looks like a fistful of blue cards here. Force times 2, days times 2, maybe. This is potentially problematic. We'll find out for sure now with this force, with this unmask. Yeah, that's a lot of counter magic for a combo deck to play through. So triple force, True Name Nemesis in 2 days. Cabal Therapy would be nice. Looks like probably have to take the True Name. Rodney, huge fan of True Name. Actually have had a lot of discussion with him recently about True Name in Death Shadow. I don't think that would be good at all. He thinks it would be the bee's knees. Maybe he will test it and find out. But here it looks like True Name really needs to go to the bin. And that could be something that Rodney brings back with an animate effect later on, if he doesn't have something better to do. Not as good as traditional reanimator strategies at doing that. He doesn't run the actual card reanimate. Of course, he also doesn't end up playing Exhume. All right, so we've got a Faithless Looting here. Could be flashbacked later. It may be that type of game. Discarding an Entomb and a question mark. Dropping a Lotus Petal. Gonna be able to hopefully discount all of those dazes. Enough mana will circumvent those from mattering, but there's still 3 Force of Wills to consider. That is an awful lot to get through. The nice thing here is game 1 for Rodney. There is no interaction with the graveyard, so he really does want to win game 1. Very easy to drop a game post-board just to graveyard hate. And a Cabal Therapy, which is exactly what you want there. That's going to require Arnie to Force of Will it. That is actually better than any other discard spell he could have. And now finally, Monastery Swiftspear and Delver coming down. So up until now, Arnie just sitting on a wall of counters while Rodney's been digging his way through. I think Rodney would likely prefer to make another land drop and flashback his Faithless Looting, continuing to dig. Sculpt that hand until it can actually get past the remaining Force of Will. Or 2. Looks like only 3 cards there. And another Cabal Therapy. Brutal. So just days in hand now. So triple force, Rodney finding his double Cabal Therapy. Really fortunate. Delver has flipped. Swift Spear is getting pumped. Entomb. So he is unmasking himself, putting World Gorger into the graveyard, and then he casts Dance past that Singleton Days left, and Rodney winning game 1 in spite of a hand with 5 counters in it. Cabal Therapy, just an absolute house. Game 1, very important for Rodney to win. We will see Arnie has Surgical Extraction. He can change around some of his weaker main deck cards to really become an even more solid control deck. But as we saw, he's really going to want to clock. You do not want to just sleep on Dragon, sit back with a fistful of counters. They will eventually get you anyways. Dollars was the site of my first vintage tournament so many years ago. At that point, I was playing Miracle Grow right after. Let's see. Apocalypse. It was Invasion. No, it was Masks. It was around there, right around Masks block. Anyways, enough with memory lane here. Living in the present, Volcanic Island, into Monastery, Swift Spear, Rodney, unmasking, pitching Dance of the Dead. Gonna check and see what type of permission he has to play through this game. Hopefully not 5 counters. There is a land up, so Day's not going to be able to stop this unmask. Let's see what is left in the tank after this unmask resolves. Ooh, and I do not see a lot of blue cards here. What is that? A couple of Surgicals and a Cabal Therapy, and a Daze is taken. Does he have another Cabal Therapy? Oh, and he does. This card is the MVP here. Double Surgical. Handled by Cabal Therapy. And it looks like very close to a win left in hand. Entomb plus Dance. A Dark Ritual off the top will end it. Boy, I'll tell you, I don't like taking the rest of the unmasks out of the deck at this point. I feel like you want your opponent to draw unmask. It at least doesn't kill you. My goodness. Lightning Bolt, swing. Sunscorched Desert, Kings. And then during the end step, we've got an Entomb for Gristlebrand. Dance of the Dead being fired off here. Daze counters it. That Swift Spear just not putting enough pressure. He needs something to back him up. Chipping away one at a time will not do. Animate Dead this time. Just a 6/6 life-linking wall would be good enough to hold things off here. Never mind the fact that it can turn sideways and draw 7 cards at a clip. Rodney thinking through what Arnie might have in hand, contemplating drawing. Drawing here would put him down to 4. He will be able to gain 6 life off of the Bristlebrand next attack step. Would be a very aggressive line. So Swift Spear. So we're still on Rodney's turn here. He's literally just going to 4. He's going into burn range to try and wrap things up right now. He must have someplace to go. Cabal Therapy could be used to flash back here. Therapy on Arnie. Hitting Vapor Snag. I'm not sure how he knew that was in hand. He may have just picked up on a read from Arnie. So he Cabal Therapies, gets rid of Vapor Snag, draws 7, and then gets back Gristlebrand. It looked like that progress went really fast. It looks like Arnie just drew a card and then passed. And then Gristlebrand gets the swing here. Entomb. Arnie not wasting any time with his card draw. Entomb and then Dance on World Gorger. All out of Vapor Snags. And now World Gorger being completely demonstrated here. The loop goes through in the game, set, match, final tournament for Rodney Hannigan. That's all for this one. If you enjoyed the video, please help grow the channel by subscribing. You'll be notified when we upload new videos like Fast Effect, Double Speed Magic with commentary, or Untapped, our raw tournament gameplay. Thanks for watching.